Okay, we are live. Hello. I'm still not remotely recovered. I'm still really tired. But we're gonna try to do a couple things today. I mostly just want to mess with the RuneScape end, honestly. I think it's gonna be a really good end for Puffer 5 research once it's stable. Alright. So, curriculum. I don't actually know how we made these things work, to be honest with you. But I know what waves I want to start it at. I might even go do the Inferno on Leagues later today as a refresher, we'll see. I don't think I'm quite able to do it yet. So 67 and 69 is what we need. Just see what this does real quick. Oh, let me catch up on those. Robin will PR. Alright, I'll look at it with you, Anish. Still dumb. I'll look at it with you. Morning, Muffin. Hey, I saw your environment. Nice job with that. I am looking forward to the PR. God damn it. No NVIDIA SMI. Hang on. I reboot the container. So, progress update from the Villain Leagues. Going yet. So fried from work, I feel you. What are you cooking today? We're working on the RuneScape Inferno sim environment and some experiments on it. I'm gonna try some basic curriculum. Hey, Arch. Well, this is not the sim, obviously. This is the actual game. But, I'll show the sim in a bit. I think it's not resetting brews. Yeah, it's not resetting brews for sure. I think if we should just like go, maybe we just go look at Valo's branch. Do you have a recommended way to use 4 on a Mac? Log everything. It's a little annoying, Arch, because the model format for Torch and native is different. Why Macs are kind of evil. You kind of have to have SSH working with that if you want to be able to render stuff. Yeah, that's a really annoying workflow that you have, because rendering is really important for debug. Yeah, so I think right now it's not resetting potions. You see how it's always on 0 potions remaining? So I'm pretty sure it's not getting them reset between runs, which is really bad. It's still doing well. Let me see if I can find the env. Did he pull in the reward co-ops already? So he hasn't pulled in my rewards yet. I need his brew fix, though. Ton of file changes. There's too much stuff changed here. What, wave 60? I guess this is what I'm gonna do. Here. I'm gonna just be stupid about this. Viewer access. Sure. Mac OS. Yeah, you just need a GPU machine, man. It's just really tough to do RLDev without one. It actually... one of the things I was toying with was coming up with a way to do a nice CPU backend for Puffer. I might end up doing that in Puffer 5, we'll see. It can't be the priority, I have like core research to do. But I will consider that. The whole Mac thing is just so sad to me. How the hell did that shitty company convince everybody they should be using their garbage hardware? See if this fixes it. Power efficiency. Yeah, if you care about the battery, but then you have very good battery for something you edit documents, but it's shit for dev. I honestly think just like the best thing to do is just have a reasonable desktop. This is by far the best option. Let's see if this changes anything. Apparently I broke it. The build's broken, lovely. To be stable. Okay, we'll see what this does. Instant 0 brews remaining. You need to like what is perp and episode return? Perf is a 0 to 1 normalized metric for the env. That is required by the API because it's used by Constellation. Episode return is sum of rewards over the episode, or over the length of the play of a single trajectory. Not required, but highly recommended. I think I just added them for you, didn't I? Of office hours? Yeah, probably. I propose that office hours be held over a raid in leagues. I think I'm basically ready. All the 99s, I got some basic gear. Excluded from primary score metrics. Yeah, that's good. These are probably good percentages then. Meaning of perf. Yep, it's just a metric for your env, but it needs to be 0 to 1 normalized, so it fits nicely on Constellation. I'm at least assuming you want your M to be used as an actual benchmark. Rewards. Yes, exactly. Perf is the thing you actually care about. It shouldn't just be it shouldn't be dependent on reward magnitudes, etc. Weird arguments. 500. What the heck is wrong with the branches, man? What is wrong with GitHub today? Can we somehow blame this on Microsoft? It's a shit, man. Definitions of perf. 1 if you solve the end, 0 if you don't solve the end. Some smooth thing of progress between. Win rate is a good one. 4 divided by max score. Okay, he added some gear. He doesn't have it, just says Ellie. Wait. Do I have an Ellie on or do I not have an Ellie on? Do I have the Ellie on? Oh, I do have an Ellie on. Okay, he broke the render. Cool. How much space do I have, though? I have one more spot, right? More spots. Bastions. Start wave is 1. Good. I Mystic. Let's go figure out if the brew bug is back, bro. Why can't I brew? Oh, I can. You can't take armor off. How the hell is this thing gonna kill me then? Very slowly. Guess we'll just wait. I just want to see if the potions are put back. This should be much better gear now. Okay, the potions do go back. Just getting to Zuck. Wait, this is getting to Zuck. Why doesn't Nen know how to do Zuck if it's getting to Zuck? Okay, so this is logging correctly. So even though it's starting at the boss, it only logs the ones that start from the very start to the boss. So it is getting all the way to Zuck. Stuck. Alright, so this will be decent. Huh? Out of bounds. I can add that to the queue today. I had a few things to take care of. Let me finish this up. I think I gotta look at Arch's End, and then if I get to that, I can get to that. I got very limited brain cells available. Plasma. I always think like I'll take a few days, maybe a week off after release, and it always just ends up being way longer no matter what. This time though, it was like a heck of a grind to release it. Okay, this should be a decent Inferno model. That's reasonably good. Alright. I think that's good. We got a new sweep going. Good. Okay. New sweep is running. I should have done that yesterday, but I just didn't have the I didn't have the fucks left to give. Archie, you still there? If so, I can look at your thing in a moment. I'm gonna grab a drink, but I can look at your thing if you're still there. Be right back. Apparently I've been muted. That sounds good, Jess. Like, that will be very useful soon. We have a bunch of projects that are going to depend on self-play. That'll let us do a lot of new stuff. I'm going to have to review that once I'm properly fresh again. Lots of stuff to review. Hey, Liberty. I know, man. I'm still pretty tired. Kind of just doing some basic stuff and helping integrate a couple projects. Hmm. The larger net does seem to help. Super weird to me, though. Scaling laws when? That is something I've wanted to work on, Jess. Just so much engine stuff to do. Possibly learning rate needs to go up a lot. Bigger batch. This not similar, Crit. A lot more problem diversity here. There was a paper I wanted to look at. paper go? Thought it was this is not okay. I got confused because I thought this was a different Michael. Where's the paper? This doesn't do very well. This gets 6. I've read this a couple of times and I still don't understand. Like, result. Oh, it's the regularization strength. But that's really janky. I actually don't know if there's anything useful here then. Yeah, I misread what this was. Learning rate is at least robust. What? Really likes to play one line at a time. Changes occur really likes to play one line at a time. Yeah, that's odd. Let me just wait, 8192. 8 update. And it did ×3. Quick. See if this works. No, it's not that it's just bad work, Jess. It's just like not useful in the way that I thought it would be. Better. 8-4. Oh, it's just cranking the replay ratio because the env is slow, isn't it? I'm a little less annoyed by that. Valor replied. mean, the simplest thing I could do would be to do this, right? So, because it's optimizing for wall clock train speed, right? So if the end samples are free, Jess, then you would always rather have fresh data. But if end samples are expensive, then you start trying to use the data, reuse the data a couple of times, which will crank up replay ratio. That's just waste less time waiting on the end. Current agenda. I'm kind of just messing around with this RuneScape Inferno simulator. I have a sweep going on it, but I'm just sort of playing with it to make sure everything is working. Because this is the main new benchmark env I want to play with for the next code version. It's sort of slow. But then again, it's kind of slow because the hyperparameters have set it to be slow. Well, we will see if just training it for longer with these parameters does better. Very well might. Exactly, Jess. Alright, well, we'll see if this does better now with just longer training. One of the irritating things about the cosine annealing learning rate schedule is that you can't really just make runs longer and have them always work the way you think. I have a bookmark on this. Kinda highway. Yeah, it's a simplified highway connection. We could mess with this. Recent grad familiar with ML. Deep learning new to RL. Any recommendations? Yeah, I have a ton of articles on exactly that. If you just check my Twitter. Like this is all technical art. Like this is right here. This is all the engineering on 4.0. This is the new SODA architecture that we use for everything. Here's our hyperf viz. Here's our ridiculously fast training. Here's a quick overview. And then we have general guides with links to my other material and also material by other people in here. My suggestion. I mean, the easiest really way to get started is to just make a simple env and PR it. You learn a lot doing that. Wait, plus shortened duration. Oh, I see. Okay, that is awful. This is actually good. Oh yeah, I have this bookmarked from before. Go look at this real quick. This just training for longer. You see, it's run for longer, but it's it's at a worse wave with the same hypers, because of the way that we do learning rate annealing. Page paper. Oh yeah, Discord GG/puffer, and also feed the puffer a star on GitHub. He likes stars. See, I don't believe this. Am I stupid, or is this just a one-step bootstrap? Bad. Yeah, I'm not getting good vibes from this paper. Implementing temperature. Huh? For eval time? Or else easier? No, it's much harder. Much harder, because you don't have one problem. Like, the language modeling problem is basically one problem. You're fitting laws to the problem of modeling language. RL, you have a million domain-specific problems, vastly different scaling. I don't see why you just. I don't see why you would just. You would just use the same sampling as you use at train time. It does worse. It's funny. You train it for longer, and it literally does worse. This is crap. This is annoying. I don't believe this paper. PhD is their way to develop a sense of what papers are good and what aren't. Here. Their baseline is fucking DQN. They've got these control experiments where like nobody bothers to actually try to make PPO work. And then they've got Minotaur with again DQN. It also the method itself is very implausible. Like it's pretty implausible that this thing works. A good interview. I don't know, Liberty. It's kind of lazy, shitty content. Unless I'm missing something super obvious. Oh. That would make sense as to why. Not online. Liberty, I've only been doing low-level dev for like 2 years. Since I finished PhD. Still stale. I think this is weaker. Okay, this is a stupid fucking distinction. Yeah, this is a weaker method. You save a forward pass. I think that you save a forward pass with this, which is kind of nice. But I don't think this is actually useful. $100 mil? What? 100 mil SPS. You're not getting 100 mil on a GPU on like a reasonable net architecture. You had to make the net super tiny and the model, like the net super tiny and the batch size gigantic, I'm sure. It caps at around 20 mil for useful parameters from what we've seen. Yeah, I don't believe this. It's an interesting idea, and I sort of thought about like whether you could do this. Nice to have a name of a thing to put to it, but I think this just gives you the same stale data problem. It also pushes you towards really large numbers of n's. Hello, welcome. Yeah, 4.0 is stable and out, man. 4.0's official release as of like 2-3 weeks ago. That's a very annoying property here of yelling. Go check this. Ideal. Params. See, this is also ridiculously low clip coef. And oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, these are not values that you want. What happens if I clip this to 0.1 instead? And every single time you see like a claim like this, it's like, oh yeah, we redefined all the words. Or like we have defined all the words to mean the thing that makes us look good, but not actually to mean the thing that matters that you care about. Like this is not online in the sense that matters. I'm curious to see how stable this is. This clip parameter. It's definitely doing something screwy with this sweep. I think that we can forgive. We can forgive this, like this. We can forgive these because the end is just not fast enough. So it's trying to minimize interactions. This one's really nice and makes sense, actually. Pretty short horizon. I think the rest of these just are generally fine. This does anything super different, we might have to rerun the sweep with these. We'll see. Haven't even gotten any good results out of this yet, have we? Wave 58, that's probably just the baseline. Yeah, this does much worse. Alright, I think I am gonna relaunch this then. Because I don't like that it's finding these really shitty flip coefs. Oh, the sweep algorithm is quite good, Jess. Not a failure of the sweep algorithm. Not really. That's it. Does anybody have open PRs or things that they wanted me to look at? Quite tired today. I think I'm just gonna go for a little run. If not, then chill. Let this sweep and kind of just passively get some better Inferno results over the next few days. Puffer Soul, Sokobon. Let me see if I have the results for you on that. We did surprisingly well. Yeah, so we got to, what is this, 56% solve rate on the medium tasks so far. With just like the defaults plus hyperparam sweep. With no search. I think Puffer 5 will also help a lot with exploration tasks. Like this, Inferno, Mazes, 2048. There's like a small set of tasks I think that we're going to end up using a lot for the new 5.0 research. Arch's, it's not Arch's PR crit. I think I messed it up. It's Anish as the Dr. Mario end, not Arch. I think. I don't know. Inferno like OSRS. Oh yeah, you haven't seen it? I can show this off real quick. We might have a decent policy loaded. I kind of just pulled something that messes it up. Because we have something that'll do wave 1 to 62, but the latest PR messed up the attack animation. So it crashes when you attack with, I think, Mage. I'll show this in, though. Maybe bow will work. I think I can play if I just bow. It has all the waves. Just do like this. Come on. Can I not switch to bow? Oh, yeah, I can't attack. Apparently the attack animation got messed up. I don't know, I can try to very badly perflip wave 63. I think they're same ticked. They're same ticked, so I'm just dead. I mean, this does exist. Latest PR broke it. Because I think Vault added... He added a new setup. Oh, for some reason... It seems like it can barrage. I think this is just a random policy, though. Yeah. Yeah, Vault added an Ellie and Virtus. And I think some of the animations got messed up. And projectile model. Somehow it's missing the Dragon Arrow models. I don't know. Maybe... Hang on, maybe... Can I get it to cache? Data equipment dot models. Maybe I can get it to work. Nope. Well, that was not good. I bet you... Did somebody RL Colo? I highly doubt somebody RL'd Colo week 1, man. Most of the people doing that stuff are like not like they don't actually know what they're doing. And that's actually kind of hard for RL. And no, for reference, I do not bot the game. Like, it's my favorite game. I don't want to ruin it. I do this for research purposes. Like, this is the League's ult on the other window. I don't know how I managed to break it. This download the assets? Yeah, no, I think something's... Oh, you know what it is? Maybe this works. Oh, there we go. That works. I don't have a policy for it, but I can probably play it. Why don't we just train a quick policy? It won't be that hard. But I can show you guys. Then I'll end stream after I show you. Because I want to see it play anyways, the latest model. Let's make sure we actually train something like semi-decent though. Yeah, this will be good. It's like my favorite game. If anything, I'd be more than happy to talk to their anti-cheat about this stuff and like how they can potentially detect some of it. So I don't think that your typical people are going to be using this for bots. It's mostly just people writing really dumb scripts. Uh, like starting my MSc thesis, optimizing battery revenue. Sure, what thoughts would you like? World. That is too small. Goes around. Alright, so this is now on wave 49. I think we can get it to wave like high 50s, low 60s with the current model. And I'll pull this and we can look at it and watch it play. Battery trading. You should check out, we actually have, it's cool actually, I can tell you about this because the client decided to open source it. So we have this env. It's more for, compute market, but there is an energy market on it as well. So yeah, if you look at some of the stuff in this repo, we actually do some pretty similar stuff. You can do it, it works. Yeah, multi-objective RL just works. Revenue against. I mean, you just, the thing with it being Pareto optimal, right, is like, you have to have some preference between those two things. Like, you could just optimize it with a whole bunch of different reward balances and draw the curve if you'd want. If it's fast enough. Like, multi-objective in general, when there's not a fixed trade-off between them, you can kind of just, like, train on both and it'll just work. A lot of that stuff that used to be really mysterious kind of now just works. Like, you don't even need custom methods for multi-objective, it just works. I don't know what you mean by MoMA, though. Multi-objective, multi-agent, maybe? Raw real-world data. But you don't end up training on raw real-world data because you're doing RL, right? So you're doing it in sim. You're still going to be building a good sim. Low data regime RL I don't think is, like, I generally don't think is worth doing. Can solve the problem, but solve it in high data regime in sim and then make the sim good. Okay, I just saw, yeah, so it's actually, it has some of the trials are going from level, wave 1 all the way to Zuck. You can see Zuck's HP going down. Sim is the behavior inside. Wait, what do you mean is behavior inside windows of rollout? Like, you need an actual sim for usage and degradation. The sim is not going to be a model. The sim is like gotta actually be a fixed thing that you can run fast. I have these 13 years. Days the simulation happened. Agent's behavior will be optimized. Oh, I see. We've done that sort of thing before as well. You can do that. You'd be surprised how easily you can overfit that type of a thing. Because the problem is you can't actually see. Like, you can't actually see, when the agent behavior deviates from your data, you can't actually sim what happens, right? Let me pull this checkpoint so we can watch this in the background quick. Heck. Oh. And I need the config, don't I? There we go. Now we can watch it. One year for validation. Seasonal patterns, yeah. I mean, we've done projects like that. We have done some work in finance and commerce. You can do it, but then of course, like, the question that everybody has is like, okay, well, how's it do outside of the data? How's it do on like weird distributions we haven't looked at? We can't actually evaluate how the agent does, right? We can only really evaluate it against the fixed trajectories that we know, which is more of an imitation setup than anything. Quite different. PPO making hyperparameters for preference profiles. Yeah, you don't want to use a custom multi-objective algorithm. That shit doesn't work. Preference profiles plus sweep is generally good. Assuming you have a fast end, because you do need to resweep hypers quite a bit. How's our agent doing? Not bad. In, by the way. No. I mean, take it from me as a source. The fancy RL algorithms just do not work as they're written on paper. Like, the cleanest form of multi-objective that works is just goal conditioned. So if you want, you can even you could train one policy that is capable of doing that trade-off for you and, like, optimizing one objective or the other just by goal conditioning and randomizing during training, and then using the standard algorithm. You can get multi-objective to work, and that will work a lot better than using one of those fancy algorithms that's slow and doesn't actually work as written. Makes sense. But you don't have to just train on 50-50. You can literally, every rollout, you can pick a different split if you want, and then condition the agent's behavior on that split, right? You can give it the split, the preference profile, as an observation that is the same for one rollout, and then resets and is randomized each rollout. And then the reward function is going to be according to that difference. And it will actually learn to give you a policy that trades off those objectives per episode. It's quite a clean formulation. We've done it before for like drone flying with different objectives. It's quite simple to get working. Doesn't require you to change the algorithm whatsoever. Why are we blow piping it? Because there's just one of them. That's fine. I think this is the best setup we give it, right? Got Venator Ring. It's fine. Write something quick and puffer. But, well, I think you're gonna want the sim and puffer regardless, aren't you? Want stuff to be fast. I do notice it's used all of its Bastion potions way too early. Yeah, it's only on wave 15. It's used pretty much all its brews as well. Which is weird, because we had other policies before that weren't so bad. Like on their supply usage. I think I'm pretty much gonna call it though, guys. I'll go maybe get a run in depending how hot it is outside. And still after that, we have a nice sweep running on this. So hopefully we should be able to get some reasonable results. Yeah, there we go. Be able to get some reasonable results on this. Quite good. I think a few more iterations and we'll have it solved. Yeah, just start playing around with Puffer a little bit. Make like a little toy N. You'll learn quite a bit from it. Like this N here was literally one contributor porting private server code. And then I've just helped a little bit with RL, not much. Default network. Default hyperparam sweep stuff, like nothing even custom. PR by weekend or Monday? Sounds good, Arch. Alright, folks. I'm gonna call it. Start Puffer on GitHub. If you haven't already, it's free. It really helps me out. You can follow me on X if you want more RL content. Other than that, join discord.gg/puffer. Involved with dev. And yeah, we'll probably pick this project back up a little bit tomorrow.